Hi guys, my plan today is to talk about getting a new van conversion on the cards, and some ideas and considerations of what I want. Your opinions are welcome, advice. I have watched thousands and thousands of YouTube videos over the last 6 years since I've been into the van life, so I kind of know a lot myself, but it's always good to get opinions of why and what. So I'll tell you the considerations in a moment, and then if you have got any comments, I'd love to hear them. Number one, the size of the van. I've currently got a Renault Kangoo, a very, very small micro camper, and before I had a VW Caddy. Now, it is a consideration to do with driving and parking a bigger van, but somewhere in between. Do I want a VW T5, T6 size van? Or do I want to go taller roof like a Transit, or do I want to go to a Mercedes Sprinter and longer? Okay, number two, second consideration is insulation and ventilation. The UK winters and summers are not particularly extreme, but it can still get quite cold sleeping in a van with no insulation. Even if you've got a diesel heater, you'll be running the thing all the time and the heat won't stay. And likewise ventilation. And ventilation, whether it's roof vents, installing fans or the like, again, are important considerations. Number three is van security. When I leave the van for long days to go out walking or out places, it's important that the van is secure. Now, also, when you're in the van at night, you don't want people trying to break into it. You don't want to look like a builder's van or a workman's van with loads of tools in it. Also, will I take the bulkhead out? That adds a level of security and helps with insulation inside the van. Number four is power. I currently use a split charge relay and it's not enough. I only use low power items. I don't even have a fridge. I very rarely use my inverter. I use everything charging from USB. But even to trickle charge my leisure battery when the car's not in use or van's not in use for a little while is an important factor, and solar panel is definitely the way to go. How much solar? I don't know if it's a case of how much solar you can fit on a small van, but on a big van you can get a couple of nice big panels, a decent solar controller, and a couple of fairly cheap leisure batteries to store it all in. And the solar would hopefully even trickle charge during some of the dullest days, keep the batteries from dying. Okay, and number five is the bed. The bed needs to be a permanent fixture in the van. I don't want to have to make it up and take it down every day. That's a real pain. And it doesn't need to be a king size bed or even a double bed. 3 metre wide or something like that is perfectly adequate. Then I have to consider what van I've got and whether that can go crossways across the van or have to go lengthwise. And that'll decide on the layout of the van. But that's important that I get a decent mattress and a permanent bed. So they're my 5 considerations for a van conversion. So now I'm going to be out looking for a van. Now I still plan on being in the Kangoo for a little while, and I've got some videos to show on that at some point soon. But I am going to probably get a bigger van soon. The Kangoo wasn't a mistake, it was the enabler. It's enabled me living dirt cheap in a Kangoo that cost less than £1,000 to save a little bit of money to now upgrade. I'm not paying rent, I haven't spent it on rent. A lot of the things I've got in the Kangoo, like a diesel heater, leisure batteries, inverter, split charge relay, my cool box, all my electrics, all the tools I've got for doing that, they can all be used for the new van. You know, I bought jigsaws, powered screwdrivers, lots and lots of stuff that can all be used, plus all the little gadgets, the USB things and stuff. So I haven't wasted my money there. That'll all be transferred to the new van. And bearing in mind what I've said, what size van do you recommend? Would it be a medium-sized van, a medium-sized van like a Transit, or a high-roof Transit, or a Sprinter?